Do you know what art is? Do you really know? I think a lot of people have been told that art is something that you can see in a museum, a painting or a sculpture. I think that art is actually a unique expression created by an individual or a group of individuals to express something, create something, not create, solve a problem, just say something. And I really encourage everyone to broaden their idea of what they think of as art. I think in a world where we're told that we shouldn't care about something unless it fits into this narrow view of society, which is you work, you earn from your work, and you give those earnings back to the economy, to business, to corporations. And if something is outside of that, you're sort of told like it doesn't matter. You should just not do it, not care about it, not look at it, not give your time to it. But I think if you're getting that messaging, I think it's really interesting to pay attention to it and learn and watch in any time that you have just a little bit extra. Just give yourself to something else. I think that plumbers are artists. I think that baristas are artists. I think that crowd engineer, what is it called? Human engineers? I don't, the people who do like the lines, like figuring out like how to structure lines in like large spaces, people who figure out how many porta potties to put at music festivals, they are artists. It is an expression of their passion. I mean, really. And if you just think about every human on earth being able to just express their passion and make their art in literally endless ways. You do not have to be a painter to be an artist. This is why I really think that people who look to things like generative AI to create art, it's like, okay, you have an idea. That is so incredible. I would love it. I would love for you, instead of writing it into ChatGPT, maybe write it down in a Word document or on a piece of paper with a pencil and look at that and try to come up with your own conclusions for these ideas on how to create things instead of relying on something that can give you misinformation, that can lead you, the wrong ways, that can steal the information that you're giving to it and regurgitate it to someone else. I really think that AI is just not at the level that we can be using it that way. I think that, there is a way that we can have generative AI freely available and for people to use in really incredible ways. I don't think that we have that structure built at this time, and so I don't think that it should be generally available. I don't even think that it should be available to people working at some of these AI companies. That's a whole other thing. But even like the coders, artists, that is art. It's art. Like, I don't know. I know I'm right there with you that it's really difficult to research. It's really, really, really fucking difficult to research, and it's getting even harder every single day. Even before all of this crazy AI stuff, it was starting to get really hard to research because things are just disappearing from the internet. Um, which is another thing. People who are anti art are also usually anti like archiving, anti caring about like maintaining things from the past, but then also I feel like that's such a conservative viewpoint, and conservatives are like, let's go back to the past. So I mean, if you don't see how that's illogical, I would love to have a conversation with you so you could explain to me your logic and I could try and understand you, try and see through your eyes and see what your world looks like. I'm very interested. I'm not close-minded, and I don't like politics. I don't want to participate in politics. I don't want to have to care about any of it. But it's not politics anymore, is it? Those people are artists too, because bad people can be artists and bad things can be art. This Project 2025 shit, this is community art. They have been building up these systems for decades, guys. That's why the UFD authoritarian government is even an idea to begin with. Because it's like because it's not an idea. It's a hypothetical satire. It's like but the fact that for decades these Republicans have been able to look past all of their differences. They had that Bjork mindset. Our differences are irrelevant. Seeking absolute justice is what prevents us from connecting. It's like absolute justice can be reached, and that is an end goal. Absolutely, not absolutely, because I don't know what your specific definition of absolute justice is, but absolute justice can be a goal. It can be your final goal, but it cannot happen when there is no justice at all. You cannot go from being in a space and communicating with people that do not have not been given justice, have not seen justice, have not lived in a society where justice is something that is common to receive or to be felt, right? And then be like, okay, now everything has to be absolutely perfect. You can't do it. You just can't. So I think like allowing people to be imperfect in a revolution is really important. I think luxuries are really important. Um, it's so important to understand that you exist as a person and you have an entire universe that is centered around you, and the person standing next to you is exactly the same. They also have an entire universe that is centered around them. you don't have to only think about other people. You can understand that you need to do the things for yourself to be able to maintain sanity, which is genuinely important. If you don't think that maintaining your sanity is important, like I I'm very, very sad for you. I'm very sad for you because I have been insane, and it is like it is impossible to fucking claw and tear your way out of, and no one will help you, and it's fucking hopeless to be fucking insane. It really is. And I mean really. I mean insane, and I mean hard. Like both. Wow. Like I have felt that. And if you don't think that your sanity is important, like you please work on yourself. You have things to figure out. It's okay to feel that because that's what you're sort of told to feel, but it's really sad. Like the things that maintain my sanity are very little. And I had to go from a place where I had to have a lot of things that maintain my sanity to, you know. So it's okay. It's okay, you know? But like sanity, I mean literally survival, like, and also community. You need to understand like the connection between everything, because that is art. Because art is everything.